So welcome Lana and good morning. Now you want to continue from where we left yesterday. We were talking about percentage profit and percentage loss, and today is a continuation whereby we'll be able to look to be able to calculate the selling price or buying price when we're given the percentages. Now today's work need a lot of keenness because a lot of things will be discussed here. So I've written a question on the board and says, a trader bought onions at 200 shillings and sold them at a profit of 50%. What was the selling price of the onions? Now, if you can remember what he said for us to be able to get a profit, you calculate profit by getting selling price minus the buying price. Meaning that the selling price must always be higher if we want to make a profit. So, but there are things we need to understand here. We are given the buying price, very, very important. It's given as 200 shillings. It's always when you get a word question to break it into workable statements. So buying price we have. Then we have the profit, percentage profit. It's given as 50%. Then we also, the question is all about the selling price. That is what we want to know. So there are a number of methods of doing this question, and I will begin with number one, method one, whereby we have A, that is method one. We want to get the buying price is always 100%. And this is equivalent to 200 shillings. As you can be able to see there, he bought at 200 shillings and that was equivalent to 100%. The original price is always 100%. Profit is 50%. 50% of these 200. And so, we can be able to look for this profit because we want the profit. What is the profit? First, the profit is 50% of 200 shillings. And that will give you 100 shillings. So the profit is 100 shillings. So what we want is a selling price. So selling price is equals to buying price plus the profit. Selling price is equals to buying price plus the profit. This will give us, the buying price is 200, we know that, plus the profit, we have gotten the profit is 100 shillings. So the person sold the onions at 300 shillings. 300 shillings. For this person to make a profit of 50%, must have sold the onions at 300 shillings. So that is one way can be able to do that question. Way number two, method number two. Method two, the buying price is 200 shillings and this is equivalent to 100%. Meaning that the percentage profit is 50% and therefore selling price is equals to the buying price plus the profit. In this case, our buying price in terms of percentage is 100 plus 100% plus the profit is 50%. So if you add the two, you get 150%. So this person sold these onions at 150%. And therefore, we can say, for us to be able to get the selling price, we get 150% of the 200 shillings. 150 times 2 is 300. So our selling price is equivalent to 300 shillings. I hope you can be able to see that, learner. But I want to give you another method which is very simple. You don't need to continue fighting with all this. I want to show you a method. If learner even be able to remember what we did in percentage increase and percentage decrease, we can apply it here. Remember what we did as our first chapter, percentage increase. Percentages, we did percentage increase and percentage decrease. Now, I want to show you something. This person bought the onions at 200 shillings. Now, this 200 shillings is equivalent to 100%. Because the person asks, we know that the person made profit. And whenever you're making profits, you add the percentage to the original percentage. What is the original percentage? The original percentage is 100. And so the person made a profit of 50%, meaning that the 50% was added here. It was increased from the original 100 to 150 plus 50. So the new percentage in which the person will sell the onions is 150. Learner, if you calculate this, you will get the selling price without much sweating. So this is 150% times, you are cross multiplying, times 200 shillings all over 100%. This we cancel. 2 zeros will cancel with this one. You remain with 150 times 2. That will give 300 shillings. So the person sold them at 300 shillings. So you can be able to see that for us to be able, whenever the person is making a profit, it means he has something on top of the 100%, the one that he bought with. So he'll add some percentage for them to be able to get that. Let me do a second question. And this one I'm going just to break it down. I'm going to read it as you hear, you listen, then I'll break it down into workable statements. Wamuyu bought tomatoes at 8 shillings. So the buying price was 8 shillings. She sold them at 12.5% loss. Sold at 12.5% loss. What was the selling price? The person is selling price. What is selling price? Let's go to the last method that I gave. Come and say, our buying price, 80 shillings, is equivalent to 100%. Remember what we did in our percentage decrease? If this person is selling at a loss, so you must underline the word profit or loss. Those are the most important parts of that statement. If the person is selling at a loss, then meaning that you are subtracting from the original, is selling less than the amount of money that he bought the item. So you are going to subtract 12.5% here. So the person is going to sell at a lesser percentage compared to 100%. So this will give you 87.5%. So instead of the person selling at a profit, the person sold at a loss of 12.5. So you subtract 12.5 from this side and you get 87.5%. So the person sold at 7.5%. So you ask yourself, if 80 shillings, the buying price is 100%. What about 87.5%? What amount is that? This will give you 87.5%. Multiply that by 80 shillings over 100%. Percentage and percentage will cancel. 1 0 will cancel with this one. This one, because we are dividing, to move to come there, to be 8.75 times 8. If you do calculations and do it well, this is going to give you 7 shillings. That this amount, 80, is going to reduce by 10. And so it will be 7 shillings. There are people who want to calculate what is this 12%. If you calculate what 12.5% is of 80, you get it 10 shillings. So because that is a long method, you'll be needed to get the 80 now minus 10. But if you do it like this, you get the question direct. Let's do another question. Want us to do another question? This time round, a farmer bought water pump at 6,000 shillings. So the buying price was 6,000 shillings. He sold it later at a loss. So in your mind, when you mention loss, subtraction should come in your head. That is sort of a loss of 20%. Percentage loss of 20%. Then, what was selling price? We are looking for the selling price. Just come and see what we did. Said 6,000, which is the buying price, is equivalent to 100%. I hope we are together, Lana. This person is selling this pump later at a loss of 20%, so minus 20. So it's selling less 20 from the original percentage. That will give you 80. And you must subtract. 100 minus 20 is 80. So this person is selling at 80. So what is that amount? So 80% times 6,000 over 100%. Percent and percent will cancel. These two zeros will cancel. 6 times 8 is 48. Then 1, 2 zeros. So this person will later sell that machine at 4,800. You can see from 6,000 to 4,800. That is a loss. So Lana, so wise that you be able to identify the buying price, then know whether it's a loss or a profit. If it's a loss, you're going to subtract. If it's a profit, you're going to add to this percentage here. Another question. The question says, Kamundi bought a sack of green maize for 1,800. So the buying price was 1,800 shillings. Then you are told he sold the maize at a profit of 150%. Percentage profit of 150%. The question is, what was the selling price? Very simple question. Say, come and identify the original percentage. Say, 1,800 shillings. That is the original amount that he bought with. And that is equivalent to 100%. Then he sold this at a profit. Profit, meaning that you are going to add a profit of 150%. You add here, 150%. So the selling price was 250% of what he bought the item with. So 250% times 1,800 over 100%. This will cancel. This will cancel. You remain with 250 times 18. This is going to be 0. 40, 0, can 4, 16, 20. 0, 5, 2. 0, 0, 5, 4. So you saw the maize at 4,500 shillings. You can see this is a profit from 1,800 to 4,500. That is a profit made. Let me do another one for you, Lana, so that you can be able to calculate these questions with a lot of ease. A question goes, the mass of meat in a butchery is 200 kgs. The mass of meat in a butchery is 200 kg. So the meat is 200 kg. The butcher sold the meat for 120 per kg. 100 selling price is 120 per kg. He made a profit of 50%. Profit made 50%. What was the buying price of the meat? What was the buying price? Now in this case, we don't know the buying price. We don't know the buying price, but you can be able to calculate that. Let's see. There are 200 kg and each kg is sold at 120. So if you multiply this, you get 24, then 1, 2, 3. So all the meat was sold at 24,000 shillings. And after selling that, he made a profit of 50%. Meaning that this is not 100%. What is always 100% is a buying price. So he made a profit of 50%. So for you to be able to get the buying price, you will say this 24,000, because it was the selling price and it was having a 50% profit. It was the original price, 100% plus 50. So in this case, 24,000 shillings was equivalent to 150% because it increased the profit. The question is, what is the buying price? What about 100%? How much is 100%? If 24,000, it includes a profit of 50. And we said, for us to be able to get a profit, we increase the buying price by the amount, by the percentage given. So the buying price is always 100%. So we increase this by 50, which is here, to get 150. So this is equivalent to 150. What about 100? So you cross multiply 100% times 24,000 over 150%. This will cancel. 1 0 will cancel. By 5 20. By 5 3. By 3 1. By 3 8. 800. 8 times 2 is 16. Then plus 1 2 3 zeros. So the buying price of the meat was 16,000. So he bought all this at 16,000. Now a person can go, what was the buying price of 1 kg? Remember, this is all the meat at 16,000. So if you want to know the buying price per kg, you take the total amount, 16,000, you divide by the number of kgs. There were 200. And this will give you that each kg, 1 kg per kg was 8 shillings. 8 shillings. So per kg was 8 shillings. So you can see from 120, from 80 to 120. From 80 to 120. So I think up to that moment, learner, you can be able to calculate any question when you are given the percentages. I'm going to do the last one. The last one says, a shopkeeper sold a shirt at 109 shillings. So the selling price is 109 shillings, making a loss of 5%. By selling 190, he had already made a loss of 5 shillings. So the loss, percentage loss, is 5%. How much had the shopkeeper paid for the shirt? How much had he paid? Had he paid? That means buying price. What was the buying price of the shirt? So in this case, 190, you are told, by selling 190, he has made a loss of 5%. Meaning that 190 is the original price percentage minus the 5%. So this is equivalent to 95%. So that you can see the difference of 5%. He has lost 5%. Remember, for you to make a loss, you are selling lesser than how you bought it. So the question is the buying price, meaning that the buying price was more than the selling price. So what was 100? So if 190 was 95%, what about the buying price, which was 100%? So this is going to be 100% multiplied by 190 over 95. By 5, 1, 19, by 5, 20. By 19, 1, by 19, 10. So 20 times 10 is 200. So this person had bought the shirt at 200 shillings. You can see, after selling at 190, he made a percentage loss of 5%. You can even ask yourself, what is 5%? What is 5% of 200? And see whether you are getting something. 5 times 2 is 10. What is 200 minus 10? 190. So up to that end, learner, we are through with this work. I was just showing you what you are supposed to do in case you are given percentages. I want to give you work that from exercise 93, that is on page 155, and then through 156, Then exercise 94, page 157, 157 through 158. Do practice on these questions, following keenly on what we have just discussed here. So in our next lesson, learner, we will be able to discuss discount. And then after discount, of course, we shall deal with percentage discount. When you are given a certain discount, of course, we don't buy that thing at 100%. You buy at a lower price than it was tagged. So until next time, learner, have a busy day. Do the work and do it well. Let's meet in the next lesson. Thank you.